Hello, hello, welcome back to Marta from Sparta. This episode is super special. This episode is for our baby girl VICCA. VICCA gonna have her birthday on May 17th. Happy birthday, VICCA. And today I'm making something for her and for myself. That's the only girl we have in the household. So we're gonna do girly episode and we're gonna make VICCA super pretty for her birthday. And I'm gonna be matchy for our baby girl VICCA. So as you see on the picture, we're making super fun collar slash scrunchie necklace for our VICCA, and also this matchy poopy bag for her leash. And I'm gonna be wearing something which match VICCA. So my plan is to use leftover fabric, leftover bandanas from my previous project, and I think I'm gonna make VICCA's pink, and I'm gonna do brown for Leo, and I'm gonna kind of do a duo for myself, because as far as the human trends go, the bigger scrunchie the better. It seems like that's the trend for this season. So this is my test run for the dogs and for myself, and if that's gonna work, which you already know it did because you saw the final results, I'm planning to make more colors. So let's get into the cutting and let's get started. I am very excited for this project. So how logistically it's gonna work? I measured Leo's neck, and this is his length plus little extra, and that's VICCA's neck, and that's her length plus little bit extra. So I'm planning to draw a flat line you're gonna see over here, and then I'm gonna find a round object. Because Leo is just 10 pounds or even below that, I'm gonna find round objects which are smaller. VICCA is bigger dog, she's about 60 pounds, so I'm gonna find maybe like a jar lids which are on the larger size, and the same size I'm using for VICCA, I'm going to be using for the scrunchie for my hair. So we're gonna do two of the same size. How did I get to this point? I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but first I measured my dog's collar length, and as you see in the previous clip, that I draw the line of the length of my dog collar, and then I use this I don't know how it's called, like this die cuts, which I got on Amazon, and I'm using them for my art stuff to draw the circles along that, right? I added additional inch over here, so I have something to put elastic band into it. And yeah, and now I cut two of the same size, and ideally you cut on fold, but because I'm using leftovers from my previous project, I have to cut two from different pieces of fabric. Hello, Vibane. So pro tip number one, the size which I cut, which seem to be pretty significant bumps, end up being this size. So, number one, I think I'm gonna redo it because that's supposed to be for VICCA, for big dog. And I'm not going to even approach doing the tiny one, which I did for Leo, because that's gonna give me almost zero bumps. So, this size of cut became this tiny thing. I didn't push this bumps yet really nicely out, but I just want to show you that I think that's the smaller, way smaller than I was aiming for. So I'm gonna recut it. And the other thing which I'm gonna do, because I ran out of bandana, I'm gonna use the other fabric. So what I'm planning to do, also not cut it out first and then stitch. I'm just gonna draw everything on fabric and then first like stitch nicely and then cut it out. The fabric, even though it was pinned, it was slipping and sliding, it was very not a good situation. I didn't like it. So I think I'm gonna fold it half, then draw the bumps, then run the sewing machine and then cut it out. And again, I'm gonna actually even like double the size which I did because I don't like how small they are. I knew that it's gonna be some seam allowance, but that's not what I was aiming for. I think this size would be good for Leo, but definitely not for VICCA. So I'm gonna start everything over and use a little bit different technique. Okay, let's talk for a minute about the first ones which I made and the last one which it seems to be working. So the first mistake I made, I cut out this first and then I was stitching all around the edges, which seems to be extremely challenging because the fabric, even though it was clipped, it was sliding back and forth. So I changed this approach to fold the fabric half, draw my design on it, stitch very neatly on the lines which I draw, then I cut it all the way, almost all the way. I didn't finish this one yet. Then I cut it all the way when my stitching are meeting, but you have to be very careful not to cut the stitch. And then I used zigzag scissors to actually cut off the excess of bulk. And from this, we end up having this, which I like a little bit more. I still have to iron it and push it out for the nicer and rounder edges, but that's exactly what I was looking for. Also, I size way up with the half circles because I realized that even though I did add stitch allowance, but it seems to be not enough for what I was looking for. So now I'm gonna use paintbrush and I'm gonna actually go to the tunnel and like push it even more and iron for the more round edges. But this is not the issue. So do you see the difference between this one and that one now? It looks neater, it looks nicer. So again, don't cut it out like I did originally. Don't do that. Just fold the fabric half, just like that. Draw your first the length you need for their neck, and then draw the circles, stitch very neatly around the circles, go very slowly. I went all the way down to the stitch size 1.5, and then I cut all the way up when the stitches are meeting, and then I did the zigzag scissors. I flipped inside out, pushed the edges nicely with something long and sharp, and then I iron it flat, and that's what I'm getting. And now I can move to actually, now I'm super happy. I'm gonna make, this one is actually for VICCA, this one is my scrunchie. So now I'm gonna flip VICCA's, I'm gonna iron it, and then I'm gonna think about the logistics, how I want to install on her neck. Do I want to have like, you know, a scrunchie here, or maybe I just want to have like a Velcro at the end? I will think about it once I'm gonna see it on her. But I finally got to the point where I wanted to be, and from this ugly look and this bad approach, I got to this nice and very neat kind of bandana looking color for VICCA. So basically the next step which I am planning to do is put the elastic band, I'm gonna actually create a tunnel over here, just wide enough for this elastic, and you can use any size of elastic you want. I had that on my hand, so I used that. So basically I'm just gonna run a stitch all the way down to create a tunnel for this elastic. Then I'm gonna put elastic in, and then I'm gonna stitch two ends together, and voila, that's it. That's exactly same what I'm gonna do for the scrunchie for my hair. So let me do that, and then we're gonna get dressed and try it on and model that for you guys. Everything is done, came out so cute. That's going to be my scrunchie. I'm gonna do my hair later, and VICCA and I, we both gonna take some pictures with my husband help. She needs some brushing, and that's VICCA's cutesy bandana. It's a little bit looser around her neck that I wanted to, but I paid extreme attention to not be tight on her neck at all because I was afraid that might cause some issues. So this is like even not hugging her neck very much because it's the scrunchie is band is so loose. It's just to help to go because this head. Came out so fun and so amazing. I am thinking that I will try to make miniature poopy bag which gonna match her color, bandana, whatever we gonna name it. So her necklace. So I'm gonna try to come up with a design how to make a miniature duffel bag which gonna serve as a poopy bag. So let's get started this, and then I think I'm gonna be happy. Unless I want to make a leash too, I will think about it. Let's see. Alrighty, so I think I'm gonna first attach my daisy, and then I'm gonna sew my lining and front together. No, that's also logo attached. And now I think I'm gonna attach the bias tape next on both sides and then handles. That's gonna be my game plan. So before I'm gonna stitch my lining on, that's how I came up with idea to get this look like, because we're imitating duffel bag. That's gonna be duffel bag handles. I'm still thinking about shortening them tiny bit. That's the connection over here. And I found this, I don't know where I have it from, but guys, I literally save everything because I think that it might be useful for crafts. So I'm gonna attach this over here on the side of the bag. So if I want to clip it to the leash or something, that's gonna help me clipping to the leash. Otherwise I can clip it by the handles. And again, I'm just gonna make the handles a little bit smaller. I think it's unnecessary to have that big. This gonna end up being right here on the closing, just like that. And you can do it or not. If you're adding zipper, I'm gonna say this definitely helps unzip it because it helps you to hold the tiny bag over here and then unzip it. But if you don't want a zipper like me, I just added as a cute detail, but it's that's it, except of being a cute detail. So I'm just gonna adjust the straps to make them a little bit smaller, and then I'm gonna attach the lining and we will see. It's like a cuteness overload. Like seriously, I cannot take it. I forgot how cute. Oh, we're matching my pants. Maybe that was the inspiration for this. I just realized that when I glanced at my pants. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm getting distracted. So, I did this cute, even like the crossing. They are not perfect, but this is like my test piece. If that's gonna work, let me know in comments if you want like a very detailed instructions how to make it. Now I'm gonna figure out how to attach the lining, push everything through, stitch it, and be done, and take VICCA for a walk. Okay guys, I just stitched it and it's just so cute, so adorable. This gonna be, I told you, I don't know, I found it. I just collect everything before I threw it away because I always think I can find use for it, and I did. So that's gonna be clipped to my leash, or I can clip it by the handle. But I didn't want to do zipper because this is so tiny. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna hand stitch little bit on the sides, on both sides, to make the opening slower. And yeah, and that's it. Guys, look at this. Oh, it got dropped. Look at this. It's so cute. It's so tiny. It's a miniature duffel bag. I love it. If you're interested in like tutorial how I made it, I can definitely make a video for it. This one was like a test piece. I wasn't sure what I'm doing, so I didn't really want it to confuse you with, oh, let's do this, let's do that, and then it's not gonna come out right. But if you guys like it and you think it's cute and you want to make one, leave me comment in under the video, and I will definitely make a tutorial how to make one. As for now, what I'm gonna do, as I said, I'm just gonna hand stitch a little bit on this side and a little bit on this side, so the opening is just to fit the poopy bags over here. But for now I think it's too wide open because I decided not to do zipper. But look, it has a lining which is matching VICCA's headband. It's so So super darn cute. Okay, I'm gonna stitch it and I'm gonna go grab some poopy bags and I'm gonna do the test run on this
Lovely
baby.
bunnies. This cutesy is ready, and I just stitched it a little bit on top, just like that. And I did like this rag kind of stitching, like a blanket stitching, rag stitching. So I think it came out amazing. Look at this. And now, I thought I brought bags. Now, ta-da, we're gonna open brand new poopy bags for Miss VICCA. There we go. And let's see if this opening is big enough. It might be not. I should probably measure the opening before I stitched it. It's just my fault. It's just, I probably will squeeze it in, or maybe not. That was silly me. I don't know why, but for some reason, okay, just for the sake of the experiment, I will open it. I will open it later and I'm gonna make appropriate size. But it's my mistake. I should measure before. But just for demonstration purposes, ta-da! Is that the cutest thing ever or not? I'm gonna squeak. I'm gonna squeak. Oh my goodness, it came out amazing. So I have to just adjust the how much stitching I want to do if I want to actually put the whole row of poopy bag. And it was silly me. I don't know why I thought about it. I thought that just they are this small and it's gonna fit, but that's okay. Also, if you don't want to do that, you can definitely just clip it by its handles in solution. You're gonna still be able to pull it. So that would be Miss Vicca's. That's gonna be her neck coral, like over here. And this gonna be my matchy bandana. And then Miss Vicca gonna get this cute poopy bags too. And guess what? It's her birthday coming up. So that's perfect. So now I'm gonna unstitch that, make the opening slightly bigger. And yeah, look at this. I think now I'm obligated to make a leash for her because like, oh my God, how I cannot to make like a whole set. This is just cuteness overall, isn't it? Just tell me guys, with these pink pants I'm wearing today, which were accidental inspiration, it just looks amazing. So leave me comment below if you want me to come up with a pattern and detailed instructions how to make this, and I will if you guys want to. And yeah, she's ready for summer. She's gonna be one stylish dog in the dog park. Now I have to make a set for Leo because he's gonna be jealous.